The human will be amazing thing. Time after time, it has trumped against unbelievable odds. Helen Kellers of this world give dramatic evidence to this value. The power of independent will. But as we examine this indictment in this context of effective self-management, we realize it's usually not the dramatic, the visible, the once in a lifetime, up by the bootstraps effort that bring enduring success. Empowerment comes from learning how to use this great endowment in the decisions we make every day. The degree to which we have developed our independent will, our everyday lives, is measured by our personal integrity. Integrity is a fundamentally the value we place on ourselves. It's our ability to make and keep commitments to ourselves, to walk our talk. It's honor with self, a fundamental part of the character ethics, the essence of proactive growth. Effective management is putting first thing first, while leadership decide what first thing are. It is management that puts them first, day by day, moment by moment. Management is discipline, carrying it out. Discipline derives from discipline to a philosophy. Discipline to set a principle, discipline to set up values, discipline to an overriding purpose, to a subordinate goal, or a person who represents that goal. In other words, if you are an effective manager of yourself, your discipline comes from within. It is a function of your independent will. You are a disciplined a follower of your own deep values and their source, and you have the will, the integrity to subordinate your feelings, your impulses, your mood to those values. One of my favorite essays is The Common Denominator of Success, written by E.M. Gray. He spent his life searching for the one denominator that all successful people share. He found it was not hard work, good luck, human relations, though those were all important. The one factor that seemed transcend all the rest of embodies the essence of habit. 3. Putting first thing first. The successful person has the habit of doing the first thing failures don't like to do. He observed they don't like doing them either necessarily, but their disliking is subordinate to the strength of their purpose. That subordination requires a purpose, vision, a habit to clear sense of direction and value, a burning as inside that makes it possible to say no to other things. It also requires independent will, the power to do something when you don't want to do it, to be a function of your values rather than a function of the impulse or desire of any given moment, is the power to act with integrity to your proactive first creation. In a habit, 3 were dealing with many of the questions addressed in the field of life and time management. As a long-time student of this fascinating field, I am personally persuaded that the essence of the best thinking in the area of time management can be captured in a single phrase: organize and execute around priorities. That phrase represents the evolution of 3 generations of time management theory. and how to best do it is the focus of wide variety of approaches and materials. Personal management has evolved in a pattern similarly to many other areas of human adventure. Major development thrusts or waves, as Elvin Tolfer calls them, follow each other's succession, each adding a vital new dimension. For example, in a social development, the agricultural revolution was followed by the industrial revolution, which was followed by the information revolution. Each succeed wave created surge of social and personal progress. Likewise, in the area of time management, each generation builds on the one before it. Each one moves us toward greater control of our lives. The first wave generation would be characterized by notes and checklists, an effort to give up some bliss of the recognition and inclusiveness to the many demands placed on our time and energy. Thank you.